My fiance's ex died and he has fallen in love with her again. What do I do? I decided enough was enough and I couldn't tolerate the emotional cruelty anymore, so I broke up with my fiance. It was not pretty at all. After calling me for the 100th time, I finally agreed to speak with him as I had the time to think about things. I had been feeling pretty inadequate compared to the ex, a second fiddle and an emotional dump, and it has wrecked my sense of self. I went to our home and gave him the ring he proposed to me with. I told him I don't see him in my future anymore, as seeing him grieve a future life with an ex made me lose all feelings for him. He started hysterically crying and literally dropped to his knees and started crying into the dress that I was wearing. He began incoherently mumbling something about me staying, then cleared his voice a little, still on his knees, and begged me to stay because now I was breaking up with him the same way his ex once did. I was already crying at this point and this made me cry even harder as he still couldn't see beyond his grief. He screamed at me, calling me names and demanded to find out why I was breaking up with him. Before I could say anything he interjected, and started comparing me to his ex and telling me I wasn't ever as good as she was. He then started ripping into my past as I was bawling. He also said he isn't letting me leave and wants us to fix things. That's when I knew I wasn't safe where I was standing. I had to call out for my sister and his mother at his place to help ease him so that I could leave the house as quickly as possible. As his mom and my sister looked on, we kept talking.
I doubt you ever had a heart, you'll never be like her.
Oh, what do you know about my heart, when you know nothing other than your own suffering and grief about your ex?
Someday, I hope you'll have the decency to admit how much you regret hurting me, just like she did. And maybe life will serve you cancer in the next 3 years to teach you a lesson.
We all looked in shock and horror, and his mother gave him a well-deserved slap across his face. To say that he instantly regretted that would be an understatement. He cried right after. My sister turned to me and muttered, "I hope you are ashamed of yourself," and grabbed my arm and took me out of the house. Afterward, she gave out to me for handling things the way I did, and I really have no idea why. She told me I needed to give him a second chance, which is a complete 180 to her stance previously.